Climb up, up, up. Black clothes. Got my black gloves on. Anyhow, what am I doing here? Another day, another dollar. I'm taking out my sensor for the glow plugs. Oh, it drained enough antifreeze. There it is. There's what was my original sensor controller. What I got here is another version of the same one with double the size threads. So I got some thread sealant, Teflon tape, plumber's helper, and there's the hole in the block. Yeah, it goes right into the water jacket. Can't see, it doesn't focus up close. Anyhow, I'm going to thread in the new one. Drop a little bit of sand. Drop a little bit of thread sealant into the block. Oh boy, American troops. I'll thread this in if I can. I bought it on eBay for 50 bucks. Thought the threads were smaller, but in fact, what it is the body is bigger where the flats are. I'm not putting my foot, can you see? I don't want to freaking go flying. Oh, jeez. Media reports. Junk. Clean this mess up. Where's those thermostats? Piss on Jap crap. It's telling me not to use the high flow one that I bought here from Napa that you saw in the other video. So I went and I bought one at Parts Plus just around the corner, and it's like the old Chrysler style, and 180 degree, which is the factory spec, and the box says made in Israel. Hey ho on Israel. Ultrastat, $10 for this one. A lot further from this one, I think. 2 rad, moto rad, and this exact copy of the original style. Original, China, Israel. This is the old Chrysler style. We'll try her out. Gotta do something. Clean up this mess. Oh yeah! Well, fix her up. There it is. But I'm not going to waste a lug because they cost $1 each. That's what it is. Little made in China tool, 35 bucks for a piece of junk. You hammer it a couple times. Whack, 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 whack. And what it ends up doing, there's a whole little bag of them, but they're too small. I gotta buy some bigger ones. There's a big piece of wire. It's got the vinyl coating on it, so it's hard to bend. I like the rubber. You like full orchestras? People that laugh at orchestras forgot what makes a movie happen. Orchestras. Anyways, there's a factory style crimp. And all I have to do is put some shrink tubing on it, which on my new shelves, those are my old shelves, somewhere I had 2x4s, 12 footers. Somewhere, oh, there it is. This is a medium wall shrink tubing with glue inside. Yeah, glue. So you slide it over. I gotta buy some bigger stuff. This doesn't fit. You slide it over, and you heat it up with a torch or a hairdryer, and it melts, and glue oozes out. It seals the joint and makes it look beautiful. And they sell it in red and black and white. There's a real heavy-duty battery clamp made of lead, which they're going to stop making real soon. So if you want them stock up, there's a real giant one, good for a diesel. And the nut is not integral in the lead. Okay, there's one off the Blazer. I shortened it. 1/0 gauge battery cable. 1/0 gauge. See that shrink tubing? You go on eBay, type in shrink tubing, and got all kinds. There's some more stuff that I bought at a flea market. This is thin wall crap though. It's only $1 a stick and they're 3 feet long. Go to the auto parts store, see what they sell for, or Wally World. There's some starter shims. Good oil filter. Good oil filter. Junk. Yeah, made in China. Wicks. Alright, we'll put the sender in, we'll tighten that up, and we'll put our battery lug tools away, we'll go buy an engine hoist, and who was it that... Oh yeah, Canadian Badass. CDN, I know what that means. Canadian Badass says, "You have insulation!" How do you know what I have upstairs? Well, you've been spying on me? You got a camera somewhere here? A little peephole, you looking through that little hole right there? Or that one right there? Yeah, he knows. Here's some Acura rims I got in California for 25 bucks. Shipping costs $25 for one. Lots of insulation. Just it's 16 inches wide. Actually, it's 15 inches wide. And my joists are spaced 18 inches wide. Plow lights. Lots of good plow lights. There's a tank for my diesel Suburban vegetable oil tank that I had made. Big buckaroonies. My brake, wait for the season. Junk. Oh, 140 top cover. Huh, look at that. Nice one too. 140 Corvair top cover, 4 carb, power mirror for the 91. All kinds of goodies. Steering columns, shock absorbers, power steering fluid. R134A. I got lots of crap. Corvair valve covers. Positractor differential. Posi! 355 pussy. I mean Posi. Headlights. Got lots of good headlights. Corvair door, brand new 13-inch tires, clutch fan, pipes, gas tank, catalytic converter, old style gauges, old school. Alright, enough. Get to work. Stop talking. Goodbye. Oh yeah, we got to clean the threads for the thermostat housing bolts. This one came out real hard. I thought I'd break it or strip it or pull the aluminum out. You can't heat aluminum up like you can iron. Aluminum just melts. It doesn't get soft, it just turns to mush. Clean them up on the wire wheel. This one's already done. Those ball bearings sound real good, huh? We'll put it back together.
An artist, a pianist played by Adrian Brody, who literally sits out World War II in the middle of the conflict, hiding, watching,
never sees.
To play again. It's about what the artist's duty is in a time of conflict. It's to survive, to...
Whoa! There goes one bolt. No problem, I got spares. Anyways, we'll slather on the never sees. I don't have problems taking that if I live long enough.
But it also hooks into much larger issues, and I think it's a movie that's really going to hold up many years.
I want to see that movie, I'm Not Me or something, the one about, what's his name, Bob Dylan, where they had 6 different people playing him.
David Fincher's
I got silicone on here.
movie, but one that will last.
Okay.
We'll get her done.
It is actually blue.
Blue moon.
Blue moon isn't technically the second full moon in a month.
Cool. That's what I was showing you in my videos. They're talking about it now again.
Magazine and Kelly's magazine is responsible for this misunderstanding.
Yes, we'll take the hit for that. Back in 1946, we ran an article where an author said, well, there's 2 moons in this particular month, and I interpret that to mean that that's where the meaning of blue moon came from. What's in the blue moon? What's a rare event? But in fact, the blue moon traces back to 1937 in the main
Now you know.
where
Blue moon, and I saw it last night.
4 full moons in a single season.
Right, it's an extra moon in a whole season, not just a month.
That's right.
Right. Well, is there any...
Too complicated. There's a bolt that keeps that from collapsing, and I'm missing the gasket. Back underneath, and now... got a tiny leakage from my patch. What I'm doing is I'm adjusting the 4-wheel drive lever linkage because when I'd have it in 4-wheel drive high, it would pop out and grind. And it doesn't make for any Happy New Year. So nothing's rusty here because it's all coated with lots of leaky oil. I've taken this off of here.
And from the John
There.
and Catherine T. MacArthur Foundation.
That's the way it goes in. There's a rubber bushing in there too. If the bushing dries out, you'll have lots of play and you won't engage the gear. So what I did is I took the cotter key out, cotter pin, cotter key, which is over here somewhere, and I put the vehicle in 4 high upstairs, which is done by this. That's furthest away, which is under the dash, closer to the cowl, is 2-wheel drive high. When you pull it down, you get 4 high, and it's got a stop built into it. You got to move the lever sideways. So that's 4 high. And then I took my 4-wheel drive lever and I pushed it back to the back of the vehicle, and that's 2-wheel drive. And you move it forward to the first detent. It's a little hard to tell. You got to play with it so you get it right in the detent. There. And then I moved it about a ½ inch, and you slide it in. And if you got it adjusted just right, it eases in, and everything's just happy. Look at that. So there's 4 high, perfectly adjusted. I'll slide in my little cotter key, and I will replace my errant drive shaft. And let me tell you, it's a lot easier to do this without the drive shaft, because the drive shaft runs right underneath the linkage. So if your drive shaft falls off, remove it completely. Adjust your linkage properly so you don't grind any gears. And want to go crank something up? Yeah, it'll be soon. Well, crank her up. I got a surprise for you too. Yep. Charge them up. Schaefer beer. Lights are off. Warm up my little fingers. 31 degrees out here. -3/4 Celsius, but it's still chilly when you're working outside. I'm going to crank something up for you. Remember this? It's still sitting here. I charged up the batteries probably 3 weeks ago. Want to see what happens? Crank her up? No problemo. No problemo. Crank this baby up. This is the one with the bad starter. $1,001, $1,002, $1,003, $1,004, $1,005, $1,006, $1,007, $1,010. Oh yeah. Clunk. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. Can't see a thing. Crank her up. Piece of junk. Glow plugs off. Contact. Yeah. Power windows. Frozen. Hear the snow sizzling on those glow plugs. Crank her up! Clunk. Luckily I junked the flywheel. Come on, baby! Ah! Crank it up! Every time she kicks. There we go! Oh, come on. How frustrating, huh? Finally. Rumble, rumble. Let's crank something else up. Oh yeah, door's locked. What else we got here to crank up? Crank this baby up. Let's get some more memory. Well, in between cranks I got the bolts tightening up. Not long enough for lock washers. But I got a bar in there and I got a wrench. And let's crank her up! Who cares about bolts and wrenches and 700 R4s and trailer hitches? We could be cranking up diesel engines. Glow plugs work. Yeah, there goes the wipers. What else is new? Glow plugs don't go off. Interesting.
Well, that's quite, yeah, no, that's quite an effect. Very sort of...
And the glow plugs don't go off. Not a good thing. Woo! Smoky. Alright, we'll tighten some more bolts. Silver ash.